Virgo, hello, welcome back. Today we're doing a reading for March 14th until March 20th, 2021. We will take a look into your recent past, the energy around you presently, and what's coming up for all of you. This will be, of course, for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs in Virgo, should you cross-watch. And as always, this is a general reading, so it just might not resonate for you, and that's absolutely fine. Take the things that are for you and leave everything else behind to get into your higher vibes. If you've yet to do so, it would mean so much to me if you would hit that subscribe button, share this video with a friend, share the channel with a friend. I'm very thankful for those of you that have already liked, shared, and subscribed so far. If today's reading does resonate for you, please do give me a thumbs up, leave me your comments, your questions, anything else you'd like down below. I'm always so very happy to hear from you. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. Cards shooting out today. Okay. They got stuff to say. Knight of Pentacles coming firing out. This feels oddly reminiscent of our reading last week, Virgo, I think, but different. It's like the same cards showing up differently. I'm going to go back and rewatch to see if I'm being crazy or not, but it feels that way. Overall energy for you here is the Four of Wands, talking about celebration. Yeah, celebrating, doing some letting go, I think, and chasing some new things. So in the recent past, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. So I think we talked in our last reading, from what I do remember, Virgo, about the premise of moving forward slowly and diligently. Yada, you know, earth signs, that's kind of how we roll. What I'm picking up here for you is that kind of in making that step, making that choice to take, slow, deliberate steps, that somebody has surfaced on your path, or someone has come more closely into your orbit, into your circle recently. And I think you've probably been having meaningful conversations with this person, sharing with them, things that you've been holding on to that just have been heavy on your back, heavy on your shoulders, and they have really been helping you work on letting go of whatever these things are. It's like bringing in a new friend, maybe having reconnected with a friend or a loved one, but somebody else has been in a bit of a nurturing role for you recently. They've just been around more. There's someone you trust and can confide in to take things out of this deeply internal world that, Virgo, you're so known for, and sharing it. And through that process, being able to let go, especially when it comes to ideas you carry about yourself and who you are and what you're capable of. It's really nice energy. It feels very nurturing. In the present energies for you, we have the Knight of Cups, the Judgment card, and the Nine of Cups. So this letting go, I really think, is going to open things up for you a little bit here, Virgo. I see you being able to show up in a more present way in your relationships. If there's somebody that you've had a crush on for a while, you maybe are feeling right now a little bit more open to talking to them, communicating with them, maybe sharing your feelings with this person. I think you're likely to be going through a lot of new realizations about yourself, about the way you carry yourself, about what you really want out of life, as opposed to maybe what you thought you wanted out of life because of how other people told you should be doing things or whatever. This letting go process is just like opening your heart up a little bit more, and it's allowing you to look at yourself more objectively and looking at what you really, really want and what you really value more objectively, so that you can start to action towards those things. And not only that, gratitude, being able to express gratitude for what you do have already that maybe you didn't recognize how important it was to you. This is you getting, more real with yourself about all of these things. Coming into the future energies, a little bit of a shift in tone here, Virgo. We have the Justice card, the Ten of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. I think that all of this internal transformation you've been dealing with is going to lead you to want to leave behind part of your life that you're presently in right now. This could be a friendship. This could be a workplace or a second job or anything like that. There is something that you feel you've been carrying around that has been unfair to you, has been more of a labor than it was worth, and you're ready to move on from it. I do think that this probably is going to bring up some feelings of resentment from somebody that is associated with whatever this part of your life is, and you may feel like, despite them being someone who you felt very close to and trusting in, that they're turning your back on you a little bit. And I think that's going to be a little bit hurtful. But overall, Virgo, there's an energy of understanding that you're making the right choices for yourself and finding more space to celebrate the parts of your life that are really working out for you, that do carry that meaning and that are aligned with what you want in life. There's a real energy of like relief here. So we'll do some clarifying and see what else we can learn. We'll start with clarifying the Four of Wands. Three of Emotions, the Sun, and the Knight of Emotions coming up again. So definitely creating more space for somebody that you love, a partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, non-binary love of your life, whatever that looks like for you. I don't think this is like a spouse or, somebody that you've been with for a really long time. But it's like you want to bring them together. You want them to meet your friends. Maybe you haven't already, introduced the groups. But there's definitely, you're making more space for your friends, for your loved ones, and for your own happiness. I see you carving out more intentional time to do some things that make you feel really good, make you feel really happy. Finding more space to celebrate your life versus just living it again. Let's take a look in the recent past. I was thinking about the Ten of Swords, but I didn't say anything yet. The Five of Voices and Six of Voices just came flying out. I do think they're for this Ten of Swords. I'm going to pull one more. Two of Emotions. I think you've been carrying around with you, Virgo, some baggage to do with your last relationship. I think when it ended, you felt like, that was your soulmate, the love of your life that walked out the door. And you weren't being very honest with yourself about what that relationship actually was like. And as a result, you just tried to distance yourself from it, but that didn't resolve what you were carrying around for it. So I think that this person that you've been spending time talking to, that has maybe been the focus of the conversation. And it's finally allowed you the space to really objectively look at what that relationship was and where you were maybe lying to yourself in it, so that you could actually move on from it, to make more space again, right, for this other person who you have in your life, who is around. I think that this isn't a crush so much as like somebody that you're dating or you're in early parts of a relationship with, but you haven't fully been giving yourself to, because you've still been carrying around this hurt and resent and other feelings that are all completely valid to do with the ending of your last relationship that you just did not resolve. So by finally letting go of that, right, we have more space now to nurture the new love in our life, the existing love in our life. Let's look in the present energy at the Judgment card here. Muse of Inspiration, the Knight of Voices, and the Chariot card. I love this, Virgo. It's like this letting go of all that heaviness, all of these feelings. I do still think you were, letting go of some feelings you carried about yourself, likely also stemming from how you were treated in this last relationship. By letting go of that, you're feeling a bit more confident. You're feeling more able to share your ideas, share your thoughts, be out in the world, taking action here with the Chariot card coming up. This is all about taking action, moving forward, going after the things that you really want in life, the things that bring you the most happiness, the most excitement. It's really great. It's just like, finally dropping this giant weight that you didn't even consciously realize you were carrying. Let's look in the future energy at this Justice card. Ten of Voices again, the Nine of Inspiration, and the Wheel. So many tens, okay? Virgo, this is beautiful for you. This is letting go. This is not continuing to obsess about things, to internalize things, to let those same thoughts play over and over and over in your head. This is really saying, I am ready to step into the next phase. I am ready to move on from this. I want to let go so that I can move forward. And you are doing that. And it's like giving yourself the gift of letting go and allowing yourself to see objectively what you deserve and how that was shown for you in your previous relationships and things. There's a really light energy around this. I know it sounds heavy, but remember, the overall energy is in celebration, is bringing together the people you love, is in becoming more emotionally available for the people in your life. Let's look at this Queen of Swords. I do still think we've got a little bit of conflict you're dealing with. With this person. Oh, 3 cards exactly fell out. Interesting. For materials, Temperance card, and the 10 of Emotions. Parts of me wonder if this is the ex. If your ex was somebody who had a lot of air sign in their chart, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, it's almost like they were holding out because they really thought that you were going to come back to them and that things were going to go back to normal and you would be happy. But they're seeing you moving on, and that's becoming a problem. I thought this had to do with maybe like a different circumstance. But I do feel like a lot of this is really tethered to letting go of this relationship and as a result, opening up your life in a bigger way. And I think this person is going to catch wind of that. They're probably checking in on you, on social media or asking through other people. But they've been really holding on to the idea that you were going to end up coming back to them and making this choice to really like let go and be able to commit yourself to the new things you're doing that are more excitable and more nurturing for you. You're letting go. I don't know. And maybe somebody else who's got some envy or something too, that thought, if they're not happy, you can't be happy. I see Virgo as becoming happy and more independent, and I'm not feeling that way, so I want to bring them back down to my level, that sort of energy. We'll take one last message from Spirit for you here, Virgo. 9 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups. Whew, I was nervous for a second there. This is really great. This is really beautiful. This, again, is walking away from, turning your back on, metaphorically speaking, all of the negative thoughts, the intrusive thoughts, the anxious thoughts, the ways in which we tell ourselves we are not good enough, that we do not deserve that those things are for someone else, not for me. That is you turning your back on that entire mentality. This entire spread for me, Virgo, is about you changing your mindset about yourself and moving forward, wanting more, not wanting to, live in this broody and sad place that you've been in, maybe even to no fault of your own, because I do think this past relationship really was a major catalyst in how you're thinking about yourself and treating yourself. I hope this is helpful to you, Virgo. If it was, please do subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you all next week.